What up, sports fans? I'm Paulo Camacho, and this is the Macho Sports Report, where I talk to you about the sports stories that matter to me, hopefully matter to you. It's been a few days since the spectacle that was Super Bowl 50, and hey, it was in my own backyard. Well, not literally in my backyard. I mean, I live about an hour from San Francisco, and technically the Super Bowl wasn't even in San Francisco. It was an hour and a half drive away in Santa Clara. I'm sorry, what was I talking about? Right. Super Bowl 50. I mean, I can't believe how big of a majority of media pundits picked Carolina to win the Lombardi Trophy. But I do know it was a lot. And really, who could blame them? 17-1 going in, with a nasty pass rush, a swarming secondary, and the NFL MVP in Cameron Jarrell Newton. People call him Cam. Sure, he didn't have big-name receivers, but he didn't need him on his way to an NFC title. And look who the Panthers are going up against. A Broncos team with a 39-year-old Peyton Manning who didn't have the arm anymore. Sure, they shut down Ben Roethlisberger and Tom Brady en route to Santa Clara, but come on! There's a juggernaut of an offense we're talking about. Cam and Panther fans had every right to be cocky. But then Newton threw an errant pass over Corey Brown's head to start the game, and you could tell he was already feeling the big game jitters. And it's not like Peyton played much better throughout the game. All told, SB50's QBs combined for a 49.2 completion percentage, 406 yards passing, 0 touchdown passes, and 5 turnovers. Needless to say, Super Bowl 50 won't be remembered for its dynamic offense. But hey, credit the Panthers for keeping it close despite struggling for most of the game. After all, Cam and company still had a chance to win, with possession, down by 6, and 4:28 left in the ballgame. If they sustained a long touchdown drive, they could win the game outright and make everyone in Carolina, plus NBA MVP Stephen Curry, celebrate in the streets that night. However, it only took 3 plays and a strip sack by eventual game MVP Von Miller to squash those Super Bowl dreams. 3 more plays was all Denver needed for CJ Anderson to score his second TD of the game and put the game out of reach for the Panthers. Look, you can credit both defenses for such an offensively challenged game, especially that Broncos defensive front, led by linebacker and eventual Super Bowl MVP Von Miller. He finished with 6 total tackles and 2.5 sacks, including one that essentially sealed the game for Denver. Now, I'll talk about the immediate aftermath in a later video, but we need to highlight what just happened for the AFC and Super Bowl champs. They show the world that a hard-hitting, top-ranked defense still rules when it comes to championship football. After all the talk, bravado, and lead-up to this historic Super Bowl, one that celebrated the league's legendary Super Bowl games and players, the Denver Broncos proved that they could stop the mightiest of offenses. I mean, yes, Carolina's defense was no slouch either. After all, they limited Denver to a mere 194 total yards. They just couldn't stop them on the scoreboard. Make no mistake, this was essentially the 2001 Baltimore Ravens versus the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's not a game you'd write home about, but it was certainly the brand of smash-mouth, in-the-trenches football we've been missing in the championship game. And hey, the 39-year-old legend that is Peyton Manning rides off into the sunset this offseason is certainly one hell of a send-off. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. So I leave it to you. What did you think about Super Bowl 50? Did you think the game was a yawner? Could you appreciate the defensive battle? Hell, what'd you think of the halftime show? Or the commercials? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm Paulo Camacho, and this has been the Macho Sports Report. Peace out, sports fans!